Oops. Hold on. And that would have worked. I just had it on the wrong camera. Well, welcome everybody. This is 6:30 on Tuesday, which means it's time for another episode of Tiger Stamp Club Live. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I had um, I had my sound on my computer and I was hearing an echo. But anyway, it is time for another episode of Tiger Stamp Club Live, where we make great cards. And I'm trying something new. I think I've actually got it figured out this time where I can stream live to YouTube and Facebook. So I believe that is going on. And let me see, can I see any chat information? Um, well, not yet. So we're going to just assume that people are there. So if you are there, you might as well just say hi. And remember that during tonight's live, if you comment, just say hi, Manny, or, whatever you want to say, then your name will go into a drawing to win the card that I'm making tonight. And if you share tonight's video, then your name will go in twice. You just have to, you know, make a comment that you've shared the video. Um, so let me just check a couple of things before we go on. I do see that there are some people on Facebook. And so anyway, I'm just going to assume that you are there. And let's just quickly go through some Stampin' Up! News. There is a craft class beginning May 21st, or it's actually on May 21st at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. And it should be available to purchase now. Oh, good, Liz. You see me on YouTube as well. Yay. Oh, you must be commenting on both. Thanks for letting me know that you are here and that you do see me. So I've taken these craft classes before. They are a lot of fun. It's just fun to get together online with everybody and make things together, kind of like we're doing now. So make sure that you know about that. And then we have the product of the month for May, which is the Berry Botanical Vellum Specialty 12 by 12 paper. And we're going to be actually using this product tonight. And it is $5 with a qualifying purchase. And in the United States, a qualifying purchase is any one order that is $75 or more. Then you can add the product of the month to your cart for only $5. Now, I just got this paper in and I just opened it up today when I was making this card. And I'm going to tell you right now, you'll want this. Vellum paper. The next thing is Paper Pumpkin. Paper Pumpkin is our subscription-based box that comes every month. And the one for June is called Bikes and Blooms. And they're advertising it that it's got silver embellishments and silver foil highlights. So if you like the shiny kind of stuff, then this kit is for you. You have until June 10th to sign up for that. We have a join promotion this month in May. It ends at the end of the month, and it involves the price for our starter kit is $99. And with that, you get to select $125 worth of items. So that's a great deal. But during the month of May until the end of this month, you can add in all five of the in color stamp pads for free. All right. And it is the new style stamp pad that is just magnificent. They're magnetic. The lid comes off easily. It snaps back on easily. It is so, so cool. I really love the new style. So, if that interests you, I know I've had one person take advantage of that so far. And so, if you're interested and you need help, just let me know and I will help you out. All right, before we talk about, let me see, what am I doing? There's a lot to control here. Um, let's see. So I'm going to go here and then I'm going to switch it to here and let's talk about this card that we're going to make tonight. Now, this is the botanical vellum paper that you're seeing all over the front of this card. And I've seen several of these cards using what is the name of that punch? I've got it. The heartfelt hexagon punch and to create these repeating elements. And the only unfortunate thing is the heartfelt hexagon punch is retired, so it's no longer available. But this was such a great idea that I thought I would go ahead and bring it to you. Plus, I wanted to use this vellum paper and see how well that worked. And I'm sure other shaped punches would work in this same kind of uh, technique. All right. So I punched a hole in the front of the card, and when you open it up, you can see the sentiment, and it shows through to the front as well. And then I punched out several of the hexagons in the different patterns of the vellum paper, and it's really pretty easy. Let's talk about what we're using today on today's card so you'll know. Um, First and foremost is this Fern and Flora bundle. You can see that the Fern and Flora stamp set is a mixture of sentiments and images. So it gives you everything that you need to make a card. And you can see the example of that card there in the upper right corner. I've seen so many great cards with this. In fact, I had another one planned before I decided to do this one. And these dies are just amazing. They're really, really awesome. So we're using the sentiment from that today, and then several of the dies. And then, of course, the star of our show is this Berry Botanical Vellum. It's $5 with a qualifying purchase. And if you don't usually do product of the month, then this is the month to do it because this paper is amazing. All right. I am going to go back to my desktop and we'll get started. I am not seeing, I guess I'm only seeing comments from Facebook. I mean, no, from YouTube. So I'll have to hopefully go back and take a look at Facebook and see what comments are there. In fact, let me see if I can pull that up real quick and get to the comments, and maybe I can flash over there from time to time. One more second, y'all. Oh, I do see. Um, that there are comments over here. Second. Okay. I see Evie's here and Linda Young is here. Oh, my sound on Facebook. Good, good. Patricia, I see. Liz, of course, I've. All right, good. I'm glad you guys are there. All right. So now, let me pull over my card base, and this is just a standard card. It's basic white. It is 8.5 by 5.5 on the side at 4. So it's just our standard card base. And I'm going to get this heartfelt hexagon punch, and we are going to. I got to turn it over so I can see what I'm doing. We are going to punch it out. I'm going to push it all the way down this way, and leave about 1/8 of an inch sticking out here on the side. And that's going to give us basically where we want to position this out. I can save that for another project, or use it as a scrap when I need to die cut smaller pieces of smaller items. All right. Now, oh, I wanted to show you in person the items. So here is this Fern and Flora stamp set. There are 12 photopolymer stamps. Got a couple of floral images, a couple of leaves, butterflies, and then this little textured image right there in a frame, a sentiment frame. And then the sentiments are sincere thanks. You make the world a better place. Thankful for you and your amazing friend. And then here are those amazing dies. And we're going to use this leaf die and both of the butterfly dies today. All right. And then, like I said, here is the star of the show. This is that amazing printed vellum, and it's a good, thick, heavy kind of vellum, so you can do a lot with it. And you can see that this is a floral piece, and then you have this what I would call, I don't know, a check piece maybe, and then more floral, and then this green dotted piece. All right, and I think you get 4 of each of these in this set. And so what I've done is I've cut out several of these hexagons. In the different patterns, and even on the same one, cut out different areas of that pattern. And so it looks like completely different paper. All right. So that's all I've done so far is just punch these out from the different patterns. All right. And so I'm going to bring this over, move these up a little bit so you can see. Oh, yeah, let me talk to you about that. So really what I've done is I kind of laid it out. I knew I wanted this piece here and this piece here because it kind of breaks up all the busyness of those patterns. And so I know I'm going to put those down, and so I might do those down first. So let's talk about, let me move these over just a little bit. Let's talk about adding adhesive to these. Now, if I had been super smart, I would have put adhesive sheets on the paper before I punched them. But since I wasn't super smart, I'm going to show you what I did. I'm going to bring over my silicone mat, silicone. I'm going to add a little bit of glue to it like this. I had an old sponge. Remember when we used to sell sponges? And I am just going to get a little glue on there. And then I'm going to turn this over to the back side. So one side is bolder and one side is dimmer or, more matte. So that's the back side. And I'm just going to I'm going to dab on some, oh, I should be doing this on the mat as well. I'm going to dab on this adhesive because I don't want lines because with vellum, the adhesive tends to show through, but on this white, let me get my, if I can wipe that down a little bit, otherwise it's going to be super sticky. On this white card base, it's pretty forgiving and it's not going to show through as much. And I should not have put it on the whole thing. So I'm going to put that like that. Adjust it just a little bit. And it's pretty forgiving the way you lay these down. You don't have to be super, right on about it. It will work. It will work. So again, I'm just dabbing on some adhesive there. And then I'm going to try and get that same kind of spacing between the vellum and the card base. And then I'm just going to work and add as I go. And I am casing tonight a demonstrator called Vitran, VY. And I don't know where she is in the world. I don't know where she is in the world. But I saw her card, and this is basically the same as her card, except I'm using different DSP. So I'm using this vellum. She used a completely different DSP. I think this one's will work here. And you know how the colors coordinate across the sheets in a DSP set. Um, you really don't have to think too hard, and I think this would work with whatever DSP set you want to use. Stampin' Up is great about their color coordination. Okay, you see how I'm just placing it, trying to get the spacing, pretty much the same, as close as I can. Let's see. Let's try this one. All right. And I don't know if you've experienced the difficulty with adding adhesive to vellum, but I would be interested in hearing what tips and tricks you have for using adhesive with vellum. So I've mentioned adding the adhesive back sheets before you die cut or punch it out. What have you tried that has worked? All right, now is where it gets a little bit trying to decide where things should go. Like this could go here. Can we see? Let me push this up a little bit. This could go here. This can go here, and the parts that hang off, we're going to just trim off with our scissors. So that's good. So I don't want this one to go over here because that's pretty much the same, but having that over here is good. That's, yeah, I think unless I want that as a side. That's not bad, but that's pretty much that. That's opposite. I think I'm gonna go with this. Oops. Oh, it just made it what I thought was a tearing sound, but it's just a sticky sound. I need to add a little bit more glue. Now, the cool thing about using glue like this on your silicone mat is that you just let it dry and then you just rub it right off. All right, in a minute, I'm going to look at comments to see what you guys are thinking about this. I keep forgetting to not adhere the entire piece because it doesn't need it. It makes everything sticky. So I'm just going to get this corner right here because I'm going to only use the corner. All right. So really, I've used three across the top, three across the bottom, and then one opposite of this opening that we punched in. And then we're going to use the remnants to fill in anything extra that we need. I'm going to take a minute and hop over to Facebook and see. Evie's on Facebook. Diana, hi Diana. Hi Janice. Janice, I think this is the punch you were asking about. It is retired, and you have first dibs for if and when I sell it, if you still need it. All right. I love the way this vellum paper looks, especially when you adhere it on top of basic white. It just makes it shine really. All right. Now I tried on my example to use my trimmer to cut this out, and it worked mostly good until I had to trim off um, my fold side. And guess what I did? Yes, I cut the fold. So what I had to do, full disclosure, is I just had to cut that card front off that card base and and put it on another card base. And so I didn't want to do that. I think it's just as easy to use the scissors, although I'm kind of nervous on camera. So I'm just taking my scissors and lining it up with the edge of the card and trimming off these pieces. But I don't want these pieces to go anywhere because I can use these to fill in the holes. So I'm not going to let them go too far away. I'm going to leave one there because it fell into the glue. And now I got sticky fingers. All right, finish one thing at a time, Minnie. And this is a pretty simple card for me, but it doesn't look simple when you get all done with it. I think it looks so pretty. And this one, especially because of this vellum paper, it's so springy, summery. There's spring here in Tulsa today is very rainy. I didn't know it was going to rain until there was a big boom of lightning this morning. a little close to the edge, but that's okay. Look how nice and sharp that looks. Okay. Now, I think that is sticky already. I'm going to put this green piece just because I want something green here. I'm going to put that one there. That already had extra adhesive on it. So I'm going to put that there. And let's see what would fit here. I don't have enough of that. Let's see. I could do this. Always cut another piece if I need to. You know, it's just a little filler piece, so I don't need to worry too much about it. And I can't remember. Okay, so it's going to be that. Just the tip of that. That's going to go there. Now we need two side pieces. So this could go here. Yeah, this is going to go here. I think it's already got some glue on it. It can go there, and then this blue one right here can fill in our last hole. And then we trim again, and then we can start adding our little die cuts. And I've only got 3 different elements to add with the die cuts. Two butterflies and a leaf. Oh, but I got to do the sentiment too. That's right. All right, let me trim these off, and I'm going to tell me what you guys think about this technique, about this repeated punched element. Do you think it? Do you think it's? Do you like it? Is it? Do you think it's easy? Do you think it's too simple, or is it just what the doctor ordered because it's highly replicatable? Replicatable, is that the word, guys? You know, I taught for 20 years, and it just kills me when my words fail me on camera, though. You never know what I'm going to say. Oops. The whole thing came off, so I got to put it back on and then be easy when I trim it. This is where being left-handed really gets in the way. I think I can just go ahead and go like that and make it work. All right, that's what our front looks like. Let me clean up here just a minute. Oh my goodness, everything's sticky, sticky, sticky. So let me clean up real quick here. I'm going to take some of my stamp sprayer, stamp cleaner, I mean, and I'm going to wipe this down. Yeah, there it goes. Now it's not so sticky. All right, let's take a look at what we've got so far. What do you guys think of this? Do you like that? Let me, Jill says a good technique for using up scraps, and that is completely right. Uh, uh, Liz Evie likes the sponge trick. Yes, it is the one, Janice. All right. So let's continue on. I think this is just so pretty. And that paper, I'm telling you, that vellum paper, it's worth it. It's really, really worth it. All right. Now, I will also tell you that I cut each pattern into a 2-inch strip and it fits into that punch just perfectly. All right. Before we go on, I think I'm going to bring over my what's this called? My Stampin' Positioner, and we're going to get my card ready to stamp. All right. So let's see here. I'm going to line this up at the 3 and the 2 here. This just so in case I get it out of position, I know exactly where it is. I'm going to use my magnets to hold this card in place. Should do it like that. All right. And then I'm going to take my sentiment and I'm going to position it in this opening exactly where I want it. Now, I'm going to make sure I'm using this thread on my glass mat to make sure this plate is straight. And then I'm just going to make this as straight as I can. And to me, eyeball test, that looks straight. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick this up. It's got 2 posts here to latch the plate onto. And I'm going to press and pick up that stamp. All right, did I move it? Just barely. All right, I'm going to turn it over. And I decided to use Misty Moonlight. And you're going to say, how did you know to use Misty Moonlight, Manny? Because every set of DSP that Stampin' Up puts out, they give you a list of coordinating colors that are in the patterns of the paper. So I know exactly that this is Misty Moonlight. This blue is Misty Moonlight. And I know that this purple is Fresh Freesia. I don't have to guess, and it makes my life so much better. It really does. So now, even though I positioned that, when I see a little spot here, let me wipe that off because I don't want that getting on my on the side of my card, even though I don't think it was, but, better safe than sorry. Now, when you put this down, you've got the little cushion ends down here that are holding it up. That way I can verify that that is still in the correct position that I want before I stamp. And so now all I'm going to do is press down, let go. It pops the plate back up, and I am good to go with this Stampin' Positioner. All right. I also like about the Stampin' Positioner, you get grid paper that you can purchase to go with it, and it has these little holes in the top of the grid paper, and then little knobs here that you fit it on, and that also helps the grid paper stay in place. All right, I'm going to put that out of my way. I've got the stamping done there. I'm going to bring over a scrap of Fresh Freesia. And I've got my large butterfly and my small butterfly, and we're going to stamp those. And I'm still using the Memento. We have a new black, but right now a lot of people are so about our new black um, ink. So I'm a little bit afraid to use it, especially on lives. And I haven't had time to test it on my own. So um, you have to give it some time. Oh, I don't need a second one. You have to give it some time to dry, I hear. It can bleed, I hear. I don't know. So, I mean, these are just rumors, Stampin' Up rumors. And I haven't had time to check them out myself, but I didn't want to use anything I didn't know about on the live. So that's all the stamping, sentiment, butterfly that I need. And now I'm going to die cut those out, and I'm going to die cut a large leaf out. Well, it's not even the largest leaf. Let me get these out of the way. And through the magic of television, here is my butterfly. Now, these are stamped in Memento on fresh freesia to coordinate with this color here and the color in the flowers. And this is the new in color Peaceful Pine that coordinates with the greenery and this piece, right? And we are going to just fancy up the front just a little bit, and then we'll be done. All right, so I kind of want this leaf to come around here like this. All right, now I don't want to cover up my sentiment at all, so I may have to trim off this edge. Uh, so yeah, I want it to be something like that. So that's what I'm going for right there. And I kind of like that you can kind of bend it around, this to make it fit where you want it to fit. And so I am going to get, hold on. This is my fine tip glue gun. And I am going to, hopefully, because the lid's been off now from when I used it before. So let me just put the lid before. Now, this is not a Stampin' Up product, but it makes using fine tip glue so easy that I had to have it. All right. I know that I'm going to keep my glue on this side of this die cut because some of this uh, floats over into the opening and I don't want to glue it closed. All right, so it's something that I had to learn by making a mistake once. I had to recut it. All right, so that goes like that. And I can trim this off here. I'm ready. And I'm ready. I'm just going to trim these outside leaves off. Good enough. There we go. Now I could have left him, there is enough room in the envelope to accommodate that little bit that was there. But I'm afraid if I did that, it would get bent up and look all kind of, all kind of no good when the recipient pulls it out of the envelope. So it's just better to go ahead and trim it off. And I'm going to put this bigger butterfly up here. And the smaller butterfly is going to go over here on the leaf. This is in fresh freesia. It's pulling this color, the color from these flowers. The misty moonlight's pulling the color from these flowers. This green is pulling here and here. Everything coordinates. It's all um, looks like it was made to go together because it was made to go together. And in no time at all, we have a very striking um, card to send to a friend to tell them that they make the world a better place. Now, I mean, if you got a card in the mail telling you that you make the world a better place, would that not impact your day? Would it not? So you guys know my brother recently passed away. And Nancy, I see you're here. Thank you for the beautiful card. Um, I'm telling you, when I open up a card from a friend, letting me know that they're thinking of me, it just, I can't tell you how powerful that is. You know, so my encouragement to you is make a card, send it to somebody. You never know how it's going to impact their day. All right, that is our card. Pretty simple for me, because I use a lot of layers, but I don't think this looks simple. I don't think this looks, you know, too simple. I think it looks beautiful. And it's using that beautiful new paper. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I have to do it here. So give me a second. I will get used to what all I have to do for switching back and forth. But that's it for tonight, guys. I hope you liked the card. And I just encourage you to make a card this week and send it out to somebody and let somebody know you're thinking of them. I will go through. I'm not sure how comments are working on this. I got to figure that out. But at least I figured out how to get on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. That's a big accomplishment for me. And so I'll continue to figure this stuff out, and we'll have a good time no matter what. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you, and I'll see you next time for another great card. Bye, everybody.